Okay, now in this video we will discuss about the geography of Pakistan. Pakistan is located in South Asia and borders Central Asia and the Middle East. So basically Pakistan is located in South Asia. Okay, South Asia, Pakistan. The location of Pakistan is the southern part of Asia, and its borders are surrounded by Central Asia and the Middle East. That means basically the eastern part of Pakistan is India and China, and the northern part is Middle East, and northwestern part is also the Afghanistan and Middle East countries. Its borders are with China in the north, and towards west and northwest are Iran and Afghanistan, and towards east and southeast it borders with India. That means what we just I told you. Okay, the country has an area of 7 lakh 96,000 square kilometers. Okay, its country the area of this country is 7,96,095 square kilometers. The total cultivated land of Pakistan is 2,21,300 square kilometers. So the total cultivated land of Pakistan is 2,21,300 square kilometers. Okay, square kilometers. Whereas the area of under forest is 42,000 square kilometers only. Whereas forest area is whereas forest area is 42,300 square kilometer. Population and language. Pakistan is the sixth most populous country in the world. 162.4 million peoples are there. So that means Pakistan is the sixth populated country in the world, where 162.4 million peoples. Okay, it is a census of 2001 census, and the growth of population is at that time growth of population is 2.5%. The population growth. One third of the total population lives in below the official poverty line, and it is the information is the data also. Out of the total population, one third population is below the poverty line, below the poverty line. Okay, uh, below the poverty line. Now it has the second largest Muslim population in the world after Indonesia, and it is also the second largest Muslim population country after Indonesia. Indonesia is the highest Muslim populated country, and after that Pakistan is the second largest Muslim population country. The national language is Urdu, and English is and English is the official language. And in Pakistan, Urdu is the national language. Urdu is the national language. Urdu is the national language, and English is the official language. Next, we discuss about economy. Pakistan follows the mixed economy model with coexistence of public sector and private sectors. So in Pakistan, we see there is a coexistence of public sector and private sector. That means both the government's interventions and private sector's ownership. In the late 1950s and 60s, Pakistan introduced a variety of regulated policy framework for growth of domestic industries. So from 1950 to 1960s, we have seen that there are so many policies, so many strategies are taken for domestic growth industries, for the growth of domestic industries. In 1950 to 1960s, there are so many regulations, so many policies have been taken in Pakistan. The policy combined tariff protections for manufacturing of consumer goods together with direct import controls on competing imports. So among these policies, one of the important policy was to control the tariff protections for manufacturing consumer goods. So that means they have focused on reducing tariffs. So that means Pakistan policy at that time, Pakistan policy focus on reducing the tariff, that means reducing tax, okay, reducing tax for manufacturing the consumer goods. That means those industries will produce the manufacturing goods, government will reduce taxes upon them, okay. And also together with direct import control on competing imports, and they have taken the policy of import control means direct import control. That means direct import control means they wants to compete with other countries. That means they wants to compete with other countries. So and that is why uh, pakistan government at that time Pakistan government at that time wants to control the imports so that they can increase exports and reduce imports. In case of agriculture, the introduction of green revolutions and increase in public investment lead to a rise in the production of food grains. So in agriculture also, we see that in agriculture in Pakistan, we have seen green revolutions. We have seen green revolution in Pakistan also. We have seen green revolution in Pakistan also in agriculture, and we have seen some public investment, that means some government investment also in agriculture, and that is why food grain production increases. So in agriculture, in agriculture, we have seen green revolutions, and also we have seen government investments. Public investment means government investments, so that the production of food grains increases in Pakistan. In the 1970s, capital goods industries were nationalized. So that means in 1970s there are some capital goods industries, that means some manufacturing goods were established. There are some manufacturing goods was established, and they are taken under the control of the government. Nationalized means they are under control of government. So 1970s some capital goods industries was established, and they are under control of the government. But in the late 1970s there was a shift in the government policy when it adopted the policy of denationalizations. So in 1970, at the late 1970s, the government has taken a policy that is called denationalizations. That means governments cannot run their industries. And that is why they decentralized. That means disinvest their own industries or own manufacturing units, and that we see in the late 1970s. So at first in 1970s, governments take government take all the industries in their hand, and that is why all the capital goods industries were nationalized. But in the late 1970s they shift it. That means the government tries to shift their industrial units, their manufacturing units, to the private owners, and that is why the policy of the government shifts. That is why in the late 1970s the policy of the government shifts, and they adopted the policy of denationalization means they wants to disinvest their manufacturing units or the industries. Next is in the late 70s to 80s, encouragement was given increased role of private sector through various incentives. So in the 1970s to 1980s, there some encouragement was given to the private sectors. Okay, in the 1970s to 1980s, some encouragement was given to private sector so that they can increase productions, and that is why they are given some incentives. So in the 1970s to 1980s, encouragement was given to the private sectors. That means the Pakistan government wants to increase the role of private sector for manufacturing goods, and that is why they are given various incentives. And during this period, Pakistan also received financial support from Western nations. and in this period for manufacturing goods or for giving services, Pakistan has received several financial support from Western countries. So in this period 1970s to 1980s, Pakistan has collect some financial support. Financial support. Pakistan has received some financial support from the Western countries, which helped the country in stimulating economic growth. And help, this financial help has stipulated their country's economic growth. So this is the this is the scenario of Pakistan in 1970s after 1947 to 1980s. Okay, next we will discuss a comparative study of India, China, and Pakistan.